Okay, so I just sold this PC for $1,150. And 5 months ago I started with $150 and this PC. And since then I've built 8 PCs and I'm almost at my goal of $1,500. And I might even get there in this video. Okay, so I started this episode with a little different approach. I bought this 3080 for $400 and I thought I could build a PC around that. And then I also bought this 3070 for $265 because I thought it was a good deal. Then I went on Facebook and looked for a PC where I could just swap the GPU and maybe the case, and I found this PC. I don't think I've built with an Intel CPU in this series yet, actually. But this is a pretty decent PC and I could swap this 2060 with a 3070 and I could have a pretty decent PC. So I offered just under $460 and he agreed. So in this episode I was supposed to build a better PC than I built in the last episode. I don't think it's possible to find a PC with something better than a 3080 and then rebuild it in that budget. So I bought this PC with a 2060. So this is the inside and obviously it doesn't look like much. Going to basically just to put this in another case and just swap the GPU as well. Okay, nice. I just plugged the PC in just to see if it's working because I bought this PC without seeing it in person first, which I usually don't do. It's actually a pretty decent case, but I do have a better case in mind. Yeah, I'm overzealous when I'm thinking about the cash flow. I never had no handouts, just came natural. I've been tested so much, all these restless nights, all these situations that I've been through. I see pain trying to creep. Okay, so I just got this motherboard out of the case and I was actually surprised in how good condition this is in. I mean, usually I need to clean everything, but I mean, other than a bit of dust, this is actually pretty good. So I wanted to change the thermal paste, but I mean, the thermal paste was already pretty good, so I just let it stay. And this was the new case that I was talking about. And when I got to the power supply, I realized that this power supply only has one PSI cable. And the new 3070 needs 2 of these, so obviously I cannot reuse this power supply, which is a bum because now I have to buy another one. But luckily I had another PC laying around with a 750 watt power supply that I could use. And if you saw my last episode, you know that I wanted to use these white and blue cables, but it didn't look good. But I've used it in this case before and I know that it would be a good match. So I put it in and added the new graphics card. And when I say I had a lot of trouble with this I don't think you understand. The new power supply didn't have a Molex cable, and these fans needed a Molex cable to, obviously turn on, and the RGB as well. So I had to go and find another power supply, and I did, and I put in the power supply, and I thought it was good. And then I tested the computer. Okay, I've tested this graphics card and I've tested the PC in some different benchmark tests, and in all of the benchmark tests the PC just completely turns off, or the screen just freezes. I tested it with a different power supply and I tested the RAM, and I also tested this PC with a 2060 and with the 3080 that I showed earlier in the video, and when I use a different graphics card there's no issues. So I think this graphics card is broken in some way. I don't know what's wrong, but I think it's broken, and I don't want to sell a PC with half broken graphics card. But it kind of sucks, but I also want to show the downs of buying used parts. Luckily I found a 3070 Ti like on the same day for $360, which is actually a pretty good deal. So I just took the old 3070 out and put the new 3070 Ti in. And it honestly looks so much better because of this RGB that the Zotac version has. And I should be able to sell this for obviously a bit more, so I don't think the profit will be any less. I just listed the PC for $970, and the total cost of the PC was like around $740, which would be a pretty good profit. But I do have to build another PC in this video as well. Yeah. So I pretty quickly found this PC on Facebook Marketplace as well, and it was listed for around $450, and it has some pretty decent specs. It had a 1TB SSD and 32GB of RAM, and it had a 1660, but I wanted to change it to the 2060 from before. And then I just wanted to clean the PC and change the stock cooler to a better cooler, and then change the cables to some sleeve cables, obviously. So yeah, I just started digging. So I took the old graphics card out, and I want to clean this on the back, but I think it's rust, but maybe that's part of the charms. So I cleaned the dust just laying around, and I took out the old cables and the old cooler as well. Cleaned the thermal paste and added some new one, and added this new cooler that should have RGB in it, but we'll see. Then added some black sleeve cables to match the theme, which I think looks pretty good. And then I added the 2060 that was in the old PC, or the first PC from this build. And then the PC was ready. I'm actually very happy with the way this PC turned out. It's a pretty simple build, but I mean, still looks good. PC for around $970, which gives me a pretty good profit, which means I now have around $1,325, and I haven't yet sold the 2060 PC, the PC that I just built. I'm kind of starting to look for the $1,500 build that I'm going to do, but thank you for watching, and thank you for the support, guys. I really appreciate it. Bye bye.